Hello, welcome to CJM. I'm Chris. I'm with Jeff and Mike.
Hello?
Hey guys.
And well, pretty much it's been a sad weekend.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, uh, Friday, uh, Chadwick Boseman, the actor for Black Panther, recently died, and I kind of, I don't know, just I don't know the right words to describe.
It was very, very unexpected and very, very tragic what happened to him. And he unfortunately passed of cancer, colon cancer, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And it was unexpected for everyone in the world because we had no clue that he had it. He decided to keep it to himself and do his films while with with the cancer, which is very surprising yet also inspiring. He was a very good hero for a lot of people, especially the younger fans, and including his family and his wife. And it was just a battle he went through, and it 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 it's very awe-inspiring, if not sad, that he unfortunately passed. And it's it's still a big blow, even after a couple of days. So
Yeah, yes. As Jeff Chris said, it was very unexpected and surprising. I remember when I looked at Twitter and saw it, I thought it was either not real or this can't be right, but turned out it was. It's just overall sad and like shocking because like he was so young and stuff, and he died on pretty much Jack Kirby's birthday, and as well as baseball celebrating Jackie Robinson
mm,
Day. Was it? I don't know. Um, Boseman played Jackie Robinson in the movie 42, so it's just a day that was just, I guess, ironic or I don't know what the word to describe. It's just a strange coincidence, I guess.
that's the only word to use in this turn of phrase. Yes.
Yeah,
It's just very weird timing.
Yes,
yeah.
it was. And I actually heard about it when I was trying to go to sleep on Friday. I landed was on Twitter. I woke up a little bit just to look on Twitter for whatever reason, and I actually heard our friend Natasha. She said in a tweet about it. I was actually very shocked. I said, "No, that can't be right." And I checked the news outlets, and unfortunately, it was
Yeah,
confirmed he did
I saw
pass.
those tweets too from her.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Just
Mm.
wow, and
And
still had
yeah,
his prime too. And
yes, he was, and he has like now he has this living legacy of these films he did while having cancer
Uh-huh.
and fighting
Yeah.
the fight and shit. So,
Mm-hmm.
and none of us knew him, of course. We only knew him from his movies, particularly Black Panther and all the Marvel films
Yeah.
he was in. But looking through his IBM or whatever, he did do a lot of good films, even though I wouldn't really watch them because reasons. Because that's not, I mean, history dramas are really my thing, but I can respect his craft and everything. That he was a flipping good actor, and
Mm-hmm.
would have become one of the greats. I bet I would think.
uh,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, for this episode, I think we should spend a good time like just paying our respects and just have a chill episode.
Okay,
Yeah.
not well. I guess the one thing we all can agree on that when Black Panther came out, it was very unexpected what how we viewed it. I mean, it was very unexpected that it became one of the biggest films of the year when it came out
Mhm.
like 2 years ago.
Yeah,
Before,
2 years ago.
um, yeah, 2 years ago.
It
Yeah,
was like on in February, like it was like a couple months before Infinity War.
It was,
yeah,
wasn't it?
it
Yeah,
was. And it was shocking. It was a good film, and it just blew everyone away. I thought.
I know the hype was. I mean, it really earned its hype. It did.
Yeah, the
It really,
epic.
yeah, it really did show that Black Panther was here to stay, and that all the people in there being black and people of color, knowing that they can support a movie that is a superhero movie, and
Yeah,
effectively showing like younger folks that oh he looks like me or they look like me, so I can be a hero too in a way,
yeah, which is just
without the superpowers and shit, but in a general sense.
yeah, which is a good thing because like there aren't too many black superheroes and stuff in the African community and stuff. So Black Panther being on film for first, well not first time, but getting his own movie for first time shows that he can be inspiration for young kids, and young kids did love him. You know,
Oh yeah, they really loved him. Next to Spider Man, Black Panther was like one of the heroes kids went to.
and
yeah,
that character like surpassed like the popular characters like Batman, Superman, Spider Man, and just became like this big
yeah,
box office success.
Yeah,
most
everyone
definitely.
and everyone went to go see that movie 3 times at best. I know I saw it only one. No, I think I saw it twice.
Yeah, I saw it twice.
Yeah, I did see it twice too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
once with Jeff and once with my dad,
Mhm.
and he enjoyed it too. So
Mhm.
yeah,
And him just showing up. Well, technically the first time to really just be the introduction to Black
yeah,
Panther was in Captain America: Civil War. That's
Yeah,
where
yeah,
he
yeah,
really got. That's where he really
yeah.
became.
That's the first song.
Yeah, he was so. I mean, it was like a nice breath of fresh air. Like, wow, Black Panther. He's actually very prominent in here. It's not just about cool Winter Soldier and Cap and Iron Man being dicks and everything. I guess.
Yeah, yeah, just being dicks with each other.
I'm gonna have a little bit of like a short story. I have
Okay.
Okay.
when when I found out about Black Panther appearing in the Civil War, I was actually excited because like obviously like at the time like before he was announced that Black Panther relatively was an obscure character that only like comic fans know or
Yes.
Yeah,
people who watch the cartoons.
Yes.
yeah,
And in my mind, I knew that this guy's gonna have his own movie and will be the next like legendary cinematic character, like a big superstar, right?
Mm-hmm.
uh-huh.
And Captain America 3 comes out. I saw it. I saw Civil War like 2 weeks before the official release for free because I was living on base.
Uh-huh.
And when I watched that, I was like, that Black Panther's character arc in that movie was like my favorite part of the movie
Mm-hmm.
because like he was so like filled with anger like after the death of his father, but finding out that the true killer was a different guy, and he realized that he's done with revenge. Like he'll not have anger and hatred consume him, and he just got the real guy and didn't kill him. He took him to justice, and I thought that was
Mm-hmm.
a good character arc for him in that
Yes.
movie, and that was like my favorite part. Then going to 2 years later to Black Panther, where his character arc is basically to kind of take responsibility for this new role he has as the king, and then just fixing what was broken. Like with they're like an isolated uh, country, and they're like, yeah, let's not open ourselves up to the world. But by the end, he was like, no, we should like build bridges with people, not barriers.
Mm.
And that was a good like message in both of his arcs, and I don't think they would be as good without Chadwick pulling it off.
Mm.
Yeah, I heard that.
Even though, ironically, even though he's the main character, it was really all about the supporting players being in that film that really kind of also stood out more, surprisingly enough, from what I understand. Like Shuri and the mom sometime, and
Yeah,
the wolf dude. God damn it, I forget his name. Um,
The
the,
man ape
yeah, him. He
M'Baku, yeah,
mostly
he was cool too.
yeah, Black
he
Panther.
mostly stood out, and it was like more about the supporting players trying to get T'Challa to that point and everything because he was spoiler alert, he was practically gone for like almost a little bit half of that little by the middle end of the film. He was not there.
Yeah, he was like
Yeah, exactly. But
he was like quote unquote like presumed dead at that point after getting beat by Killmonger at that point.
His own
yeah,
cousin.
Yeah,
yes,
spoilers. That was his cousin.
yep, spoilers.
Yeah, and like having that like the opposing kind of point of view from him.
Which logically makes sense, but to go to that extreme because you have your own kind of anger issues and other things you have never really worked through proved detrimental at the end for his character. Even though people liked him and loved his end quote and everything because it spoke a lot of grief over the unfortunate history when it comes with slavery in America and all that shit.
Slavery, like the history of the black community and all that.
Yeah,
Yeah, and and that's what made those like his character arc impactful. Like coming from like the other characters and that. And what always
Yeah.
fascinated me about Black Panther as a character is that he's a king of a
Yeah.
country, and and from the surface level, like when you look at Wakanda, like from an outsider point of view in canon, they look like a primitive kind of tribal country when in actuality they're like the most advanced civilization, like with like futuristic technology, like decades if not centuries ahead of the curve.
Yes.
And that's always what I found fascinated about Black Panther and his world, quote unquote. And uh, and
mm.
I'm sorry for if I'm just like a little dodgy on what I'm trying to say.
No, it's okay, Chris. It's
No, no, it's alright. I mean, his death this very, it's affected people's mood and stuff.
It was it's just so weird. Like, and they planned all these stories, and Chadwick, he ever since 2016, that was when Captain America Civil War released. He was diagnosed with cancer, but instead of just like, yeah, I'm gonna retire and all that, like his since he was going through chemo, that would really fatigue him. But
Yeah,
instead of stopping, he stayed committed and was very dedicated, and must have been very taxing on him. Like how many movies did he do? Like 7 ever since he was diagnosed. Because there was like Black Panther, the 2 Avengers movies. There was like what else? Like some other indie movies.
Yeah, it sounds about right. I think 7 might have been about 7 or 8, I think. But yeah, there's a lot of movies he did, which is amazing in its own right, because as you said, it was it with cancer, diagnosed with uh, chemo, as y'all know, does take it out a lot of people. So it was amazing that he had strength to pull it out.
Hello?
Hey
And
Jeff.
My internet is really active for whatever reason. I'm doing this on my phone until it calms
I
down.
got you.
So
Uh,
continue going on.
it's okay. I was talking about like how Chadwick just basically just still kept going despite his diagnosis and going through chemo.
Yes.
Yeah.
And and he didn't show any weakness. He just looked just you know.
hmm Yeah, he showed great strength, even despite having to do chemo
I
and
mean,
stuff. He never allowed it to bother him or to show it. He just kept doing what he was asked to do.
I mean
Mm-hmm.
he didn't have to keep going, but he did, and
Yeah.
I have greater respect for him for just keep going like that. And
hmm
I, and yeah, again, apologies if
Well,
I don't have the right words.
oh, it's okay. Um,
No, it's all good.
I mean, with his unfortunate passing, I guess word was spreading more to I guess half of internet about almost all the internet saying, "Don't talk about Black Panther right now. Don't talk about Black Panther 2. We like see him as a person more than a character." And and some people were saying, "What about Black Panther 2? What does that mean for its future? No one knows because
I mean,
reasons."
we could talk about like the future of Black Panther 2, but
We
right,
should wait
right,
until we have like some kind of reference for.
right now
Yeah,
it's not a good time. I guess we could just
yeah,
wait with that and just let everybody mourn and not jump the gun like that.
Pretty much.
yeah, exactly.
Even though Kugler and Feige have mentioned it, that only through words that they're very distraught and sad,
Yeah,
and they send their condolences and love to his family.
yeah. There's definitely a place for that discussion when that happens,
Probably
but right
after
now,
appropriate amount of time happens.
yeah,
Yes,
but right now it's not the right time for people to speculate at the moment or to ask, social medias or that and stuff. Just don't give the family time to mourn, as well as the people who knew him, his friends, because don't be that jerk like someone this morning did with letter write. Oh my god. Don't do
The
that,
Screen Rant
please.
article.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Don't
okay. Screen
yeah,
Rant was an idiot. I mean, what the fuck was that shit about? Seriously.
yeah.
that was just bad. It's just like really bad timing.
Yeah, bad timing, guys. And
That
please
wasn't
don't end.
that wasn't cool.
Yeah.
I remember uh, that people were talking about like how Chadwick lost a bunch of weight, and I was actually
Yeah.
kind of worried like is is he taking a break or was he that sick? And yeah, fast forward that he was sick and dying.
I,
Yeah.
I, actually, I think I remember seeing a picture of him, like in maybe one of his previous films, like the past couple of years after Civil War. I mean, after Endgame, right? That was the last Avengers film, right?
Yeah, that was the last movie he was Avengers movie he was in.
Yeah, I saw a picture of him like in a People magazine. He looked very skinny. I thought, huh, he's skinny. I didn't think nothing of it and just moved on. I feel like a jerk now. God damn it, really? I he just looked very skinny, and you did see like almost like not his bones per se, but he did look like he lost a perpetual amount of weight, especially of a man of his height, and that should not have really happened unless he had anorexia, which was not the case because now he had he had cancer, and that would explain everything what was going on with him. And he
Mm-hmm.
was very private.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm. Anything else? I mean, there's other. I mean, there could be other things to talk about, but I haven't really seen any of his other films except for that. I heard that he was in a film that was like a kind of detective thing, like a summer or two ago.
Oh yeah, the
21
bridges.
Bridges.
Yeah, 21
Yeah, that.
bridges.
Yeah, that one. Yeah,
Yeah, that
that
was
one.
And that wasn't bad.
I have
Oh,
not seen that one.
yeah, it's about police corruption stuff. Once again, a little you find out about police corruption and stuff, but it has to do with cop killers and stuff
Mm.
as well. He's a cop killer hunter because, as I believe if I remember correctly, his father is killed in the film, and so he becomes a cop killer hunter and stuff. But yeah, but no, it was alright. It wasn't bad.
Other famous roles that he did, and
Yeah.
other famous roles that he did was obviously Jack. He was Jackie Robinson in the movie
Yep.
42.
Hello.
Uh,
Yes.
eh,
Hey, you did.
Okay, my Wi-Fi is stable again. It's
okay.
weird. Fuck, and I'm on my
Yeah,
computer now.
it is.
Go on. I no matter what happens, just continue. Go on without me. I'll get
No,
on. So continue going.
we were discussing other stuff of Chadwick
Okay.
Boseman outside of
Overall.
Black Panther, like what other roles in his career were. Like we mentioned the
Mm-hmm.
recent movie 21 Bridges. I was mentioning 42 where he played Jackie Robinson. I
Mm-hmm.
have not watched his other movies, and
He played. He did. What was his name? That black singer. I forget
James
now.
James Brown.
Brown.
James. Yeah, him. Yeah,
James
James
Brown.
Brown.
Yes.
So, Godfather of Soul and all that shit.
Yep. Did
Yeah,
him. No, I
So
did
yeah,
wrong. Um,
yeah.
he,
So far, he played from what I know, like three famous black roles, like you know, Jackie Robinson, James Brown. You know, one of them
mm,
like Jackie Robinson being the first black baseball player, and uh, James Brown being the most
uh,
famous
mhm.
black singer. And
yeah.
now, and then later, he would become Black Panther, who is pretty much the first black superhero.
Yes, before Luke Cage.
Yes.
Black Panther was created around 1964, around the time of Fantastic Four first seen, and Fantastic Four created by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby, I think.
Yeah,
Mostly
Yes.
Stan Lee, but two Jewish guys. So always gotta lay down that groundwork. Thank you. The Jewish community are the ones to bring all the superheroes into the forefront of what we know today. So
I
gotta
mean,
give
a
them
lot
a
of
lot of
comic
love.
creators at the time were Jewish.
Yes.
Yep.
So
On the word.
So a lot of love to them. They did a good job with introducing all the diversity, especially in Marvel Comics, compared to DC at the time, more or less.
Yes.
And
Marvel seemed to be a little bit more forefront with it.
like
Oh yeah,
Jack
they were.
Kirby thought, like, why not have black character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
And oh, go on.
like he was like, why not have a black character? And yeah,
Mm. And it's
Mhm.
interesting to note that the cartoon Fantastic Four in 1995 second season is when he was introduced in the cartoon series, and it actually kind of follows. It kind of follows almost exactly to an extent of how he did to defeat the Fantastic Four in the cartoon and in the comic when he was first introduced.
Yes.
It really showed his worth as being someone who is a genius and went to MIT and all that and rules a country.
Hmm.
And of course, as we all know, even though I'm not all on to up, I'm not all and I'm not very. I don't know all the lore of Black Panther except for the basics, like everyone else. But we all know that eventually, like years later, which some people are not really cool on, about how he did marry Storm from the X-Men
Oh yeah, that's right.
around the Civil War era of Marvel Comics in 2007, more or less.
Yeah.
And they were married for like 5 6 years, but some critics have claimed or said, which I do, which is interesting, that Black Panther and Storm might have been good on paper, but character wise for development and growth it kind of hampered Storm because she was just more his queen or whatever, like the Beyonce to the Jay-Z, as if you want to be all hip with this shit. And Marvel, I
Hmm.
don't, I think Marvel was also not. I mean, they were for it, but eventually, due to the rights that Fox still had X-Men at the time, and Black Panther and Storm were still together, they decided to let's just break them up. Like get that shit annulled. We don't have the rights. We're gonna separate the X-Men and anything related to them from main continuity or whatever for a minute, and that's the only reason why they separated those two characters.
Yep.
I
Pretty
don't know
much.
whether to say that was a little off topic, but
It's not really because we're technically not talking about Black Panther, but then again, we are off topic. So all I'm saying is, Black Panther has an extensive history that is connected to some of the stuff we like. But I was just saying that how he was first introduced and everything, and giving acknowledgement to that. And we can now go back to the main conversation at hand of being chill and
oh,
uh,
there's
Chadwick
like
Boseman.
there's one cool thing about Black Panther. Like there was like like during the run of his solo series, one of the editors told one of the writers or artists to say like, hey, for this new Black Panther issue, could you add a little more white people in it? The next issue turned out to have Black Panther fight the KKK,
Ah,
Hmm.
interesting.
which was
There you go.
pretty crazy.
Mm,
Hey,
Yeah,
they still play characters, they didn't say with time.
exactly. So they thought outside the box.
They're technically right.
yeah.
Mm.
I mean, he didn't say
I
what
love it.
kind of white people, but yeah,
Yeah, white races. But definitely, I'm all for Black Panther punching on some KKK guys.
fuck yeah.
Yeah. Yes,
Oh,
especially today. Fuck.
oh yeah,
Kick,
definitely today.
kick that racist ass.
Yeah,
So that was like an awesome part of comic history.
yeah, it was a great moment. I love it.
So, as I might have mentioned, or as I might have sent today, due to the unexpected death and sad death of Chadwick Boseman, ABC is going to be showing Black Panther tonight at 8 o'clock. So,
Yep.
Chris, I'm not sure if it's already starting on your part or whatever of
I
the
don't know
world.
if my thing is like happening in real time or am I getting it early?
Well,
But
you're 6 hours ahead of us, so.
yeah,
True.
But to be honest, I don't even know if Germany has ABC.
It's a good point.
well,
They don't.
well,
Well,
surprisingly, even though I just moved to Germany, I have American cable.
oh, what?
Cool.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, Good.
military base.
I mean, I do live near an army base. Like I live off
Yeah,
post now, but
yeah, near a
but
military base.
it's kind of funny that I have American television
Yeah, it's
and
just it
like
makes sense actually. Makes sense because they would provide it for people who work in military base and stuff. Makes sense.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I've been
Yes.
so my parents have been keeping up with American news.
That's good.
Yeah,
Well, again, well, depending what if you have Eastern or Western, it's coming on tonight to celebrate his life. Well, just to show respect, and then do a special report afterwards,
yeah,
celebrating his life after Black Panther. So it's gonna be like so it's pretty much gonna be from 8 to like 11 at best.
yeah, pretty much.
I am planning on watching it myself, but after this, I might watch Civil War first, just because he's first introducing that shit.
That was his debut.
That was a
Debut, and it is, and besides, I've been meaning to watch some old Marvel films, because 2020 sucks entirely.
Yeah, this year sucks. A lot of
It's
stuff.
been this year's been pretty shit.
Yeah, it has been.
Yeah, it's just been crap.
Yes, it has been.
Yeah,
Like
but
like
impressively,
like with COVID, the racial tensions, police brutality, and all that.
Mm.
It's just nothing's helping.
yeah,
Nothing. Well, no, that's that's a
Okay,
different
okay,
subject.
that's a little exaggerated, but it's just
yeah, I got you.
There's a lot of things that's going on which doesn't make sense, or does, and it really, some shit never needed to happen. But that's like a different conversation altogether. But
Yeah, that's like a show altogether. But
yeah.
interesting enough, he did have two films made this year, or at least gonna be released this year.
like there was
Um,
like a Netflix movie that he's in.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
that's coming out soon, and
yeah.
Yeah.
I believe that's a war movie.
Yeah, he's got the Five Bloods and My Rainey's Black Bottom's the other one. So
Okay.
he did make two movies towards the end here.
That's
Very
good.
impressive.
Hmm.
So, but yeah, I think both are gonna be on Netflix. From what I read heard.
I
So
guess Netflix is gonna get a
yeah,
big
it'd be interesting to
boost.
check out.
Yeah, it looks like Netflix is going to be getting a big boost soon due to his. Yeah, it connects. They're going to get a big boost this year, if not already.
Yeah, I mean they got a big boost because just the movies. They're getting the movies or some of them. So yeah.
Hmm. Oh, but it was very sad to see all the adults have to tell the kids that unfortunately he passed, and their heartbreak over it. Like, this is really their hero and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, how did anyone have to break it to their parents? I had to break it to my mom. So, and she was shocked.
My my mom already found out.
Ah.
I
Yeah.
mean, I found out like it was like 4 in the morning for me.
You really should be asleep by that time,
Yeah,
Chris.
I've been having.
One
I kind of have trouble sleeping sometimes.
yeah, one should
When I'm awake at
sleep.
night, and it's like you're all like, "What the fuck?" It's like 4 a.m. for him. Why is he up?
Well,
I
some
have
people have
trouble
trouble
sleeping.
sleeping. Some
Yeah,
people
I
are
found
still up
out
to the work.
immediately. Like when you posted that article onto Nerdy Shit, I was like, oh no.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
oh.
was my reaction.
Yeah, I posted that at 11 o'clock or something on Friday night. Like, oh.
Yeah.
It's so like, what the fuck?
I saw her article too, and I was like, shit. And I was gonna see if you all heard of it, and then you found out, like, damn, shit.
Yeah. And the thing is, I was kind I one part of my thought was, oh my god, did TMZ break this shit? and they're just exaggerating or whatever. Because no, it wasn't TMZ that broke this. Thank God, because they're assholes. Because they are fucking assholes.
Uh-huh.
But it was just very unexpected news.
Yeah, but sometimes TMZ is usually right. Right?
Unfortunately, and I don't want to give them that power. Damn it!
No, I'm saying they have power.
I
They broke all news stories and confirmed.
know it's so frustrating.
Yeah,
I was kind of surprised that like when I found out Prince died, that they were the first source I found out about. I'm like, no, I can't believe that. They're full of shit.
Oh God, Prince. Oh God.
Yeah,
When it comes to the high player, people just dying and everything. That was just shocking for that was just shocking for generations.
yeah.
A majority of older people who are boomers cried or just couldn't believe it.
yeah.
Yeah.
My English teacher at that time was shocked because she was a fan,
Mm, mm.
Mhm.
and I was a senior in high school.
Oh, I was like, oh God, this was like what 2016 when he passed. Oh God, I was at work at the time when that news broke. God, so many people were just distraught. Oh God,
2016
Yeah.
was a pretty shitty year because a lot of people died.
the year of death. Everyone left and right was dying. Oh my God, it began with someone famous, and then it just moved on down, and then oh God, I think what really got me was when I found out the dude from Growing Pains passed into the night.
Ah, yeah.
The dad, I
Yeah,
liked
Alan
him.
Thick.
Alan, yes, him. I was sad because I watched that show when I was like more like in my middle like my high school years on Disney Channel, so the repeats at best.
Mm,
And so it's like, oh no, not him. He Adam Thick died, no. And then of course, as well as the Brady Bunch mom, unfortunately passed like a month prior.
Yeah.
God, they were just dropping left and right.
That was a terrible year.
It
Same
was.
here.
Like a lot of the cool people died, and
Yeah,
this year has been
sadly.
I
And
don't know
then
if I
so,
should say just as bad or worse. I don't.
and then
Might be
I
worse.
I
and
Yeah.
was
then the
I was also
go on.
sad when John Saxon died.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
you know, like the
sad.
dad from Nightmare on Elm Street, and he was also
Oh,
Yeah.
he was also
oh, right.
the other guy from Enter the Dragon with Bruce Lee.
Yes.
Mm,
Yeah. Good actor.
mm.
It was
But unfortunately, there's no escaping this big thing called death. It's just sadly, it's a part of life that we all experience in many forms and shapes.
Yep.
But
That is true.
we just gotta just have faith that he's in a better place at least.
Mhm.
one
And
one line from one of the movies.
mm-hmm.
Uh, like it was a Black Panther quote. It was in Civil War. He said that death is not the end; it's just a stepping off point or jumping off
Mm,
point.
Pretty
mm,
much like its own death zone. Journey of its own process, I guess. Think about
yes.
it.
Mm-hmm.
So and
I just go on, Chris. Sorry.
nothing.
Okay. I I just have to say I'm just still stunned that I would like Black Panther to this capacity. Not like major like big fandom shit, but like in general. Like, okay, he proved his worth. He showed that he can hold his own in a film, he can carry a movie, thank goodness, and bring forth a lot of bring trying to open a lot more doors for Marvel to start branching out because it was very well needed because uh like in the beginning of the of Avengers, like it was just nothing but white people and one woman. which was like I didn't see it at first until someone brought it up later, like in a random thing I was listening to it on a podcast. And I'm thinking, oh God, there was nothing about white people in that film, wasn't there?
Yeah.
No, like God damn, oh wow. Wow, I had no clue. I was just so engrossed in that film. I did not notice and then it's like they slowly started bleeding in a lot more people and characters and side people to really branch out the MCU, and we'll probably get more branching out with. Hopefully, we'll still get Shang-Chi and
Yeah.
next year maybe.
Shang-Chi.
Yeah.
Shang-Chi representing for the Asians and Asian Americans. They have their moment too, which I'm hoping does wonders and blows up and everything. Because
Yeah.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
and it's just we just have to. I mean, it's sad that I'm not trying to dismiss it, of course, but we just have to be our best selves and know that he left a legacy for generations after his unfortunate death with these films, even though we will not see his version of T'Challa again or whatever he decided to do after Black Panther, if he decided to retire, hypothetically. Um, he seemed like a very good guy, very,
He did a lot of
uh,
charity work
yeah.
too, like visiting
Mhm.
kids with cancer.
Yes, very charitable, yes, very altruistic. He showed his appreciation by doing all that stuff, which was very good to see. Give kids hope and
Yeah.
their need,
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
especially like
it connects because he had cancer.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
That's true.
he brought in like hope and all that, especially like in today's climate.
Yeah,
Oh
exactly.
yeah, it's especially kind of a thing that kind of is like now going to be like a focal point with everything that's
Yeah.
happened this
Like
year. So
like
Mhm.
throughout like history and cinema, like a lot of like the black community has been like portrayed as like thugs and all that.
yeah,
Yeah, that's kind of
Yeah,
like the big
exactly.
stereotype, but with Black Panther,
it changed. It
because
started changing the dynamic more or
they,
less.
they
Yeah, people
it's more
took it.
royalty.
Yes. Actually, side rant, very like for like a minute, just a side rant. I actually watched a Shudder documentary about black people in horror, and it was actually pretty good. I suggest everyone watch it. About black community, the black people in horror films throughout the years, and how they're portrayed, and then
And
I would say like the big changer was Jordan Peele and Get Out, and how that just
yeah,
changed the dynamic for the horror genre for black people, anyone of color, that they can be the main protagonist and not be put upon as just the stereotype of just being black and being, as you said, a thug or just some person who's trying to help the white girl or some shit like that or something.
yeah, exactly. Well,
Like,
we're
you
always the
know,
first victim to die. Not
yes,
just in horror
exactly.
films, but action films as well. It's just like,
Yes, and it's in every single film. Yeah, exactly. The best friend,
like,
the one that says, "How you doing? How you holding up?"
like,
Like
like that scary movie one time. Like,
Scary movie.
why
I
you gotta play this stuff, people?
one one
Like,
one horror character who was black and was the main character, like an early like the original Night of the Living Dead.
I heard that. I
yeah,
was surprised. I did not know that.
What
yeah,
and that was like the big zombie movie because that was like the godfather of all zombie
yeah,
movies. And I did not
yeah,
know
Yeah,
that the
yeah, yeah.
protagonist was actually a black man,
and
that
unfortunately, spoiler alert, he died.
yeah. And
No, a lot of people died.
Yeah,
originally that character was not supposed to be black. They made him black because the actor was that damn good at the role,
yes, he was.
Yeah,
Yes, he was.
he was.
and it gave the movie an
And,
extra layer, like with the
Yeah,
zombie thing, and like
yeah,
at the end when he spoilers gets killed off. It kind of
Yeah.
Like did
By racists.
did he get killed because they thought he was a zombie, or did they just shoot him because he was black?
I'm going because he was just black, and it was like the 1950s or whatever.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna call it. I'm just gonna say that. Yeah, because
yeah,
seriously, like,
yeah. It kind of leans
Yeah,
towards the latter at that time.
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, sadly. But yeah.
But
But yeah.
I'm happy that Black Panther, especially like with Chadwick Boseman in the role,
Mm-hmm.
like just created a bigger impact than what I thought was at when it released. Like just you know, people have
Mm-hmm.
someone to look up to,
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is a good thing.
and
That's what heroes should do.
a lot of people need hope,
Yes. Oh,
especially in
Marvel.
trying times like these.
Yes, and all the Marvel family comics and movies just lost a family member.
Mm-hmm.
It's still hard to believe that it happened.
Mm-hmm.
But we will all get through it, and of course, unfortunately, we have to move on. But we can always try to just remember him for his legacy of these films he left, and him as a person in general, especially.
I think
Mm-hmm.
like if the movies that like the movies that he's in keep being rewatched, if he's still alive through those
Yes,
movies, he's forever immortalized.
correct.
Like through that, as well as the impact of both playing the character as well as just being himself.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So, not my time. Not so. Without my fucked up internet or whatever how that shit is going. How long has this been since doing a big
I
talk?
mean, pretty much the whole time. It's now 47 minutes, and
Okay,
so I
that's
guess
a
Yeah.
we
good
could
time.
just you know maybe give like a 10-second moment of silence, like just
Yeah.
Okay.
pay more respect to
Okay.
him. So
Okay.
so
Exactly.
yeah, moment of silence. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rest in power, dude.
Rest in
Yeah.
power.
Rest
Long
in
live the
power.
king.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. If I sound too perky, I'm sorry. I do not mean to do that. It's just one of those things. It's gotta transition through everything that we talked about into like some minor shit or minor stuff.
We just like spend the like maybe have like another 20 to 30 minutes of just just be chill. Like
Yes.
Yes. It's
nothing too big.
random. Yeah.
Okay, Mike, you begin. You mentioned something about you got spoiled with three Jokers.
Yeah, I got spoiled the three Jokers, and this is spoilers, but yeah, Jason Todd finally sort of gets his wish in a sense that he does kill a Joker,
Hmm.
Hmm.
but it's the one who beat him up, probably, because this Joker basically explains how yeah, you're basically my Robin, even though Jason Todd denies this mentally and stuff, and but Joker says, how else would you basically go against everything that Batman taught you, and plus pick up one of my old monikers.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh shit.
Red Hood. So
Oh
make
fuck.
ton of sense. And yeah, Jason kills him, but at the end he doesn't feel any catharsis. It just feels like empty and like, and he asks the question. I hope I killed the right one because
Oh,
there's three, and I think he kills the comedian one, just I guess a nod to Alan Moore's Joker
the
from
one that
Killing Joke.
the one that did that to Barbara. And wasn't she
Yeah,
part of this story too, briefly?
yeah, she was in it. Tried to stop Jason from killing him, but he kills him. So that's why I've spoiled it, folks. But like,
Well, there was a warning, like maybe a couple of days prior to, like, be warned that Joker, someone will probably be leaking that shit.
yeah, that was like the first post. Someone said spoilers, but then like hide the image. He just posted up there. So like, yeah, hey, thanks.
Mm.
So, thanks.
The
I mean, I'm
worst
not
thing that
mad,
could
but
happen to
like,
a Batman fan.
yeah, I'm not mad, but it's just like, oh damn, okay, thanks, thanks. You made it easy, but I mean, I am gonna read the rest.
You should make
Yeah, I
sure you buy
will.
it, Mikey.
I will definitely get it when it's all released in November and grab one out or definitely get that. Because it
Hmm.
does look interesting. But yeah, but the other two Jokers are referred to as the criminal, which I guess is a nod to I think a 2008 comic or even loosely the Dark Knight a little bit.
Hmm.
And then the clown, which is I guess not to his more traditional version, like what we would think as the Joker and everything.
Hmm.
So yeah,
But then again, we still have no word on Scott Snyder's version of the Joker.
yeah, no, that
Hmm.
Joker's probably too OP for this run.
Because we don't, because I have no clue if this is really in continuity or not, or is just a second place, like after supposed to be a thing that was just delayed for like 5 years.
Which
Um,
Snyder Joker, the one from his like run, or Batman Who Laughs?
um, is this run?
Okay.
This one, not the Batman Who Laughs. I think he's already gotten taken care of. He's off. I think he's getting taken care of in the Scott Snyder's metal thing.
Death Metal.
Yeah, he was.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Death Metal.
yeah, he was. It should be rather.
Well, I think there are a couple more issues before that should end.
Yeah. There's still a couple more issues, but he will be tough. But yeah,
and and I believe to piggyback on Mike's thing with the whole goings on with the continuity thing, I believe, and I've only heard stories. Okay, one or two things from people who I do respect that say that possibility that Scott Snyder's Dark Meta will be the flip court will be the switch to do what will be the flip switch to update and start a new timeline for DC entirely, probably in January.
yeah,
So like a
yes, I
crisis.
heard that. Yeah,
Yes, Death Metal is the crisis, which will update everything into a new timeline.
yeah, new timeline because they're ending some comics and like Teen Titans. A lot of people were like pissed off lately with Teen Titans.
Teen Titans went in a different direction because they made them too edgy and killing people like Guantanamo Bay kind of
Yeah,
thing.
yeah,
So that shit's already been like on the shit show on the
yeah.
cutting board
Even more
for.
so, but like a recent tweet from one of DC's accounts, and like people were just like, you more pissed off about it.
Really?
Yeah, because like
Okay.
once again, like people were talking about you regress, Damien, you assholes, basically.
Well, Damien really did take a. Damien did regress after he lost his best friend, John Kent. So you know what? Fuck you.
Yeah,
Like whatever.
yeah. So I was like, yeah. DC fucking over Damien
They
again.
fucked over Damien. They fucked over John Kent. So you know what,
Yeah,
DC? Fuck you.
they fucked over a
Well,
lot of great characters.
DC's been getting kind of, getting the
Yeah,
shaft a little bit.
Well, with
Too.
with the unfortunate
Probably about
firings.
firing. Probably about
Yeah,
firing
There's a
people over
shitload of
the like.
layoffs.
yeah. So change is coming for the DC comic side of
Yeah.
DC. So
And thank God that continuity's gonna end. Something better might come out. Who knows?
they probably will, but I guess we have to first establish the new timeline after Death Metal,
Yeah. They DC likes to rebrand every few years.
as they
Probably
should.
for new probably for new readers and stuff.
And
Yeah.
and I wonder, with this, will they? I've again, I heard something through the grapevine that Wonder Woman, if they do this, Wonder Woman will probably be the first superhero because they want to correspond it with the movie. Like, oh, she was here in 1920, so she'll be the first superhero before Superman comes flying in 1938, then Batman, and then they become the Trinity or something.
That makes sense actually.
Hmm.
From point of view and stuff. I mean, yeah, historically, yeah, Superman was here first, but I can take the tweaking and making it more like the movies. Because
But
at the
no,
end of
like
the day,
only in that respect. Only in that respect, pretty
yeah,
much.
yeah, because in the end, it doesn't really matter. I mean, yes,
It really doesn't.
from a start point of view, yes, Superman was the first superhero. We got that, but from a like in universe thing, it doesn't matter.
It really
It's just
doesn't.
it's just the formation of Trinity is more important
I
than
I'd be
its
cool with
first.
Wonder Woman being like kind of the start, because she's a
Yeah,
demigoddess, and
Well,
yeah,
she's a demigoddess, and with the new branded history, hopefully, though. Well, the thing is, due to DC Rebirth did the edgelord shit. No, New 52 did that. DC
yeah,
Rebirth was the one was to trying to bring everything together and make Superman the main focal point, more or
yeah,
less. But
yeah,
unfortunately, after due to various things, it kind of went to the wayside, and it just trying to. It's really trying to catch up and trying to. It doesn't know what it's doing at this point.
yeah,
Far too many comics, far too many continuities. We gotta reboot
you know
yeah,
what?
at
which
this
is
point.
Just reboot from scratch.
yeah,
Just
It's hard though because you got like previous generations still around who will probably point out you fucked up. You're gonna fuck up with this. You're gonna fuck up with this, or you're gonna fuck up with that because reasons.
yeah.
just
There's still people talking about it. No,
just
no.
still just do a do a page one rewrite. Like, just
Oh, I
back to the
mean, they
drawing
probably will.
board. Like, new
But
continuity, and that will be the main continuity.
yeah,
Just
just like
reboot the entire thing.
Well,
yeah,
they
Make it
will.
less complicated. Like, just start off with the main trinity, and then
yeah,
go on from there.
The thing about DC is it's eating its own tail no matter what happens.
yeah. DC's built on layers and layers and layers of stuff.
Hmm.
Multiverses upon multiverses.
Yeah, and don't get me started on the Dark Multiverse, which is a really fucked up read to
Well,
read.
that aspect of thing. Yeah, and yeah, that's a thing.
I really wanted to cry after I finished reading all of them. Like, God damn it, this is so dark.
Yeah, that's why it's called Dark Multiverse. They weren't kidding.
That shit is like Twilight Zone incarnate. My God,
Yeah, exactly.
take
They
me
got-
like I'm not sure which one was more tragic when I was reading Darkest Night or when I read if Lois Lane became Superman.
Or Superwoman.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
but it really is fucked up. Like, God damn it.
yeah,
I never did read that Nightfall one, and I don't want to now because I don't need the nightmares.
yeah. Probably best not to.
Is Dick Grayson back to being called Dick and not Rick?
He will become Dick Grayson again
Yeah, you will. Once everything's like fixed or what
after
was
Joker War, I believe, or during Joker War.
yeah, during Joker War, because I think
Because I
he's
still say
still
the whole Rick Grayson thing was fucking dumb.
That was Tom King. He's the one that shot that shit.
Yeah, thanks, Tom King.
It was
He's a good writer, but he shouldn't. But Batman was not his really
that was
biggest
a
thing.
Yeah,
terrible
he's a good
idea.
writer, but don't give him ideas to fuck overnight with.
Or the entire Batman family and lineage.
Yeah, because Batman fans will be they're very vocal about what they should. I mean,
Oh
look at
yeah, most
like
def.
Damien, they're very vocal about it. And yes, and I'm telling Batman is like in most comics, but yeah, maybe you shouldn't fuck them over a bit.
And I would really like for the Batman thing. Batman needs to like get its shit together, so I don't have to continuously continue to compare it to the Selena shit because I really want to be purged of that now. I don't care if he ever gets married. He can get married to anyone he wants. Let's not ever talk about the Selena thing. We know we know they're a thing. Let's leave it at that. I had to
They're still hiding.
I had to fall to rock bottom to get here now. I'm done.
Yeah. They're still hiding, and thank God for Penguin being smart and say from Joker's gang, whatever.
Oh, he kept her there like in seclusion, like we can't go back there.
Yeah, basically Penguin who did the smart thing.
Yeah, stay out of it.
Yeah, like Penguin's like, yeah, getting you out of here so you can heal. Like,
We'll leave this to everyone else. We don't need to be, we, our characters, do not need to be involved in his shit.
but basically, Penguin's like, I'm getting out of Dodge. You're the most dangerous man in Gotham's going crazy.
It's hard to think that Joker is the most dangerous man in Gotham.
Yeah, he is. He is. He scares a lot of criminals.
Yeah, that he does.
Even humans.
Yes, he does. Yeah, I remember the story. I remember. We tell Joker stories.
Yeah, as Trickster suckers.
Too much Joker.
Yeah.
Well, but due to the movies and the hype, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he is obviously the most welcome in Gotham, so it makes sense.
Yes.
But he is used a lot. Let's be honest.
Used too
a lot
fucking
more
many.
Too many Jokers. There's already 3 more Jokers.
Allegedly 3. Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly 3. 1 Joker's already dead, so now it's stuff to do.
Or is there? Because there could be this one big Joker.
Oh god, Scott Snyder's Joker. They bring him back like fuck.
God, I love Scott Snyder. He's awesome, but damn him.
He did the Pennywise thing, like, oh god, okay, fine.
Yeah,
now I want to see Joker Pennywise.
Oh god.
Just like if they reboot Batman again, now I want to see like the next version of Joker just basically just be Pennywise.
Oh god. I would actually like that. Just for how it's funny.
It sounds like a stupid idea, but it sounds awesome at the same time.
Yeah,
we can do that as what if.
Yeah.
Pennywise.
It's interesting to know that there have been like minor stories that if Joker gains like some kind of power like that, everything would get fucked up.
Yeah.
If he had that kind of power.
He actually did get some powers at one point in the comics. What? Mr. Whatever.
Mr. Mixelspitalik.
Yeah, I think he gains his powers at one point and uses it to constantly fuck over the universe.
Yes.
Yeah, and kills Batman.
Far too many times to make him unstable.
Yeah. There's Emperor Joker.
Yeah, and Superman had to be the one to convince him, like, dude, you might want to stop. I mean, he was able to stop him somehow. I don't know how, but
yeah, I forget how. It was been a while. But I know they did that in Brave and Bold, at least adapt a little bit of that storyline.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that was something, but yeah.
Joker should never gain any kind of power. That's the thing.
Yeah, Joker powers is too OP. He's crazy enough.
Yeah. Luck is.
Give me a break from the fucking clown.
I mean, very soon we will have a break from the Joker at the latest.
Yeah, I'll probably disappear for another few years.
Can I have like a few years without Joker?
Yes, I think that ship is due to come because it's all about Harley.
Yeah, because I remember, like, in the comics, he disappeared for like 10 years.
Yeah, it was like when he was like supposedly dead. Was it back in the
Yeah,
70s or 80s?
60s and 60s, to the 70s, when they brought him back. But that's because, like, the editors wanted to
I got him.
get that. Yeah, well, no, the editors wanted to get out of that whole Silver Age weirdness and let's go back to basics with Batman, because, like, Batman was like in space fighting aliens, like,
And he breathed in space.
yeah. So yeah, we need to get back to Gotham basics. So let's
And
bring him back.
this is why he's part-time in Justice League.
Yeah. Damn.
Oh wait, this is before Crisis. Sorry.
Yeah, that's progress. Yeah, then I brought back Joker because they said we need to get back to basics. Yeah. Enough of this Silver Age.
I thought it was Golden Age since they did a lot of weird shit.
Yeah, well, Golden Age too. But even then, Golden Age Batman was darker than Silver Age.
The goofy shit was more for Superman in the Golden Age.
Yeah. Batman was actually a little bit darker.
Oh yeah, because he was basically just a pulp hero.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Because Joker did kill in the 40s. 50s became trickster basically. 60s disappeared completely.
Just like Catwoman.
Yeah, Catwoman too. Disappeared in the 60s. She didn't reappear in the 70s. Thanks again to the editors, publisher rather, Steven, because they said, "Fuck it, we're going back, old school roots."
And with the more talking of Batman, and then of course Crisis rebooted everything to give us the Batman we know today.
Yeah, basically you're one Batman stuff.
Which is going to be based on a movie what we said in our last video, so you should go watch that too.
Yeah.
Fandom part Beyond Fandom Part 2, which was pretty much our proper reactions, because Beyond Fandom Part 1, which was episode 24, yeah, we kind of jumped the gun on that one because we were just like,
well, there were many things going on at that time.
We were doing that in real time, and our schedule is like wonky. I'm in Germany; these guys in America. We're 6-hour difference.
Yeah.
Sure.
And then the next day we decided, okay, 24.5. Proper reactions and all that.
Yes, which the second part. Well, I mean, the second part of Fandom should be happening on September 12th, so in a couple of weeks.
Okay, so prepare for Part 3.
Well, I think that's going to be more for comics, though.
Okay. Yeah.
So it should be it should be calm. So this is mostly for the hardcore comic fans of DC.
Yeah, so honestly, probably gonna discuss like maybe the new universe or maybe what comics are coming out
in the future and new writers, because I think after Death Note this will be Scott Snyder's last Batman.
Yeah, his last Batman, so that's what he's gonna be working on next.
I wouldn't mind if he went to Superman, but I don't know.
That would be awesome. Give a Scott Snyder take on Superman, I'd be all for it.
Please, because I don't. Bendis is a good writer, but again, he really falls short at times, and it's like,
Bendis is still writing Superman.
Bendis was probably better on Batman because he's better.
Yeah, you would think, right?
Yeah, honestly, I think he would be.
Because of his writing's more for like the grit and the dark and everything, not the.
Yeah, it fits Batman or Justice League Dark, maybe.
I'm not even sure if he can even tackle magic at best. I don't even want to think what his take on Justice League Dark would be.
Oh god,
I'm a big fan of Justice League Dark. If he does anything to any of those characters, like Zatanna dies of impalement, I will be fucking
Oh
annoyed.
god. Oh god.
He would do that. He would pull that shit too.
Probably. I mean,
Let's fuck over the woman, huh? How about that?
you've already fucked over some characters. Might as well fuck over some more. Really?
But yeah, Bendis does seem more fit for. Well, then again, we shouldn't. We are only saying our opinion on it. Doesn't mean it's actually true. He could very well be doing a good job on Superman. He's not, but who knows?
You know.
It's just I became a fan of Superman through the previous one with the guy who did it with John Kent, Lois Lane, Clark, Kansas, sometimes Metropolis. Nice, good story overall. Here comes Big Bad Bendis. Robo's R's a thing. I don't care about Supergirl. Let's knock her up into space.
Oh god.
And try to change up Superman, and John Kent's a teenager now. Fuck you. Lois Lane and Clark are having marital problems and might get a divorce. Fuck you.
Oh god.
He's already got a lot of check marks with me.
He's already. I mean, the universe is ruining things right now. It's like, god.
And God forbid, and we all know Bendis is not good with crossover events because he wants to do his own thing. And trying to connect his world to an event that's happening. Like, what was that? That evil thing when evil is like a big thing for the DC Comics for like last year or something, or a couple months ago.
Oh, and the villains.
Year of the Villain.
Yeah.
Please, please. It should have been Year of Bendis. Like, fuck, I'm gonna do my own thing, guys. You do whatever you want. This is me.
Pretty much. Everyone else is on those nice covers. Bendis is off in his own world.
Exactly.
The real villain of the year.
Yeah, pretty much. Robozar. Robozar.
Oh yeah. And
Fuck Robozar. No one will ever mention him again after this.
hopefully not. Robozar, yikes.
Well, that's a big rant.
I'm sorry. That's just a thing.
I've been so quiet, just like listening to
I
you
know.
guys.
I know. I feel bad.
Because I haven't paid attention to DC as much.
I mean, a lot of shit's happening in DC now. I only read a couple. I only read one comic.
Now because the universe is ending.
Of course. And I think Justice League Dark is going to have its final issue soon, or two.
Yeah. They're basically streamlining the ones that sell.
Yeah, sadly. I mean, I tried to show my support for Justice League Dark, but I don't go to I don't buy things physically, only electronically. So I think I might be part of the problem. Sorry, but I have no comic book store to go to.
Well, it's not just people not buying. It's just sometimes comics that sell. It's kind of difficult.
Yeah, I mean, unless you're a Batman, a Superman, maybe a Wonder Woman at best, depending, or Justice League. I'm not even sure that's selling now.
True.
Everything gets lost in the shuffle in DC, sadly.
Sadly.
I think we should just wrap it up soon.
Okay, Dad.
I have to get up in the morning tomorrow because my stuff is finally being released from customs and it's like coming here in the morning.
Okay.
Also because I want to watch my artist friend's stream.
He must stream every Sunday.
Yeah, like he does like afternoon, morning streams from his time, from his time zone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here it's like an afternoon for me or night here.
Okay. We don't mind.
That's true.
Also, yeah, I just need to wake up in the morning.
Okay, that's fine. Thank you for listening to us.
Yeah.
So
thank you guys so much.
Yeah. Thank you for taking the time to listen to us pretty much ramble, paying our respects to Chadwick Boseman and our history with like Black Panther as well as like
Yeah.
a history lesson of both, like describing him and the character, and as well as the brief DC talk with Jeff and Mike. Well, I'm
Yep.
listening because I have
Yep.
nothing to say because I've not been keeping up with anything.
Yes.
That's fine. Don't worry about it.
And yes, and if you haven't read Three Jokers, don't listen to my spoiler. Skip that part. But if you fucking don't care about it, then listen to my spoiler.
Pretty much, but then again, by this time you already know what happened, so it
Yeah,
doesn't
pretty much.
matter.
The Maxwell on Twitter's already posted it. Like, thanks. I laughed, but it was like, oh god, people can get pissed off with that.
Everyone will get passed off no matter what happens.
Yes, absolutely.
So thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next week for another episode. This has been the 25th episode, so we're like a quarter
Yeah,
in.
it's over peak.
Yes. Later.
So
Later, guys.
long live the king and stay gold.
Stay going, guys.
Bye.